Hi everyone, so good to have you here. In this video, we are going to look at managers, the different types of managers, and also a goal is to understand the expectations of managers today versus managers in the past, because management has changed. Firstly, what is management? Well, we can define management as the art of getting things done through the efforts of other people. So when a person is in a managerial role, they no longer do tactical tasks. They don't do the work anymore. Rather, they manage and supervise others, and they make decisions about resources and how work should be done. So management is about making sure work gets done, and that happens through the employees, through the other people. So principles of management are the means by which you will accomplish tasks through these other people, whether that is an individual person that you're directing, whether that is a group, or whether that is an entire organization. So how do you get that done? And we are talking about that in the video called POLC, where we talk about planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Those would be the means of principles of management. So we can then formally define it. So we are formally defining the principles of management as the activities that plan, organize, and control the operations of the basic elements of people, materials, machines, methods, money, and markets, providing direction and coordination, and giving leadership to human efforts so as to achieve the goals of the organization. So we have goals of the organization, we need to do work to meet those goals. And that's where management comes in to make decisions and to direct those efforts. So let's head into talk about what are the different types of managers. So we have 4 slides. The first one deals with top managers and functional managers. Top managers are responsible for developing the organization's strategy and acting as the steward for its vision and mission. So these individuals lead the company, they lead the entire organization. They make sure that there's a strategy, meaning what are we going to do next and how are we going to make sure we are successful. So it can either be a founder, as the example here with Michael Dell, who founded Dell Computers after he started selling computers out of his dorm room when he lived at the college campus, the university campus, when he was a freshman in his first year at the University of Texas. So they can be a founder, or they can be a CEO or a CFO, chief financial officer, etc., who are now formal managers of an organization, even though they might not have founded the organization. We also have functional managers, and these individuals are responsible for the efficiency and effectiveness of a specific area, such as accounting or marketing. So accounting, marketing, HR, research and development, etc. These are functional areas within an organization. So these would be functional managers. So we have an example here with breakfast cereal brands like Kellogg's, General Mills, and Post here in the United States. And these organizations, they make similar breakfast foods, but they're competing with each other. And they would be functional managers at these organizations because these organizations make a multitude of different products and services. And so within these large organizations, we have an organizational structure that is functionally based. And so managers within these organizations would be functional managers. Next, we are going to talk about supervisory managers. The supervisory managers are also called team managers. These individuals are responsible for coordinating a subgroup of a particular division or a team composed of different parts of the organization. So unlike the functional managers, where all of the people on the team or in the unit are, for instance, from HR, human resources, they would have the functional manager. Here, when we have a supervisor manager, we might have individuals from across the organization. So a supervisor manager will have employees from HR and from accounting and from operations and from R&D, etc. So an example here would be a hotel manager who presides over all the different aspects of a hotel, from staffing the front desk to making sure the rooms are clean, from supervising the restaurant as well. So a supervisory manager can also be called a team manager, or they can also be called a general manager, which is very similar, which we'll see on slide 4 out of 4 on the types of managers. Line managers are called product or service managers as well. They lead a team that contribute directly to the products or services that the organization creates. So they produce something. So here we have an example from Apple. They are a technology company, and the line managers at Apple might be responsible for production, marketing, and profitability of the Apple Watch. And so they would be line managers for the Apple Watch line within the organization. Staff managers lead a group that creates indirect inputs, such as the White House Chief of Staff. So they might not directly touch the product or service, but they support it. And so they do it indirectly, and we call them staff managers. Lastly, here we have project managers, and they would be responsible for the planning, execution, and completion of projects. So a project manager might not actually have employees. They might be running a project independently, and they don't have employees that support them, but they would still be called a manager. So not all managers have employees, as you might remember from when we talked about the 10 managerial roles. So here in our project management, we might have general contractors that build houses. They often serve as project managers when we have new housing construction being built. Lastly, we have general managers. They are responsible for managing a clearly identifiable revenue producing unit, such as a store, a business unit, a product line, or maybe a hotel. This might be Michael Scott. He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist, apart, of course, the person who plays Michael. But he's the general manager of the Scranton branch of Dunder Mifflin. They produce paper in the American version of the TV series The Office. It's not the British one, but the American. You might prefer the British one. Our final slide here today is the changing roles of managers. So in the past, it used to be very divided, where top managers would sit at the top of the organization, and they were solely responsible for the organization's competitiveness, and the lower level managers and employees' job security. So the top managers had to ensure job security as well as competitiveness for the organization. Lower level managers and employees, on the other hand, they were only responsible for implementing and executing on orders that came from top management, and they were fully loyal and obedient to top management. We do not see that kind of an organization here in the United States. Rather, today, we see more empowered lower level managers and employees who are now responsible for competitiveness together with top managers. And also, these employees and lower level managers are also responsible for their own personal development because they don't have job security anymore. And so they may be laid off from the organization or choose to leave the organization. And so we have to make sure we continuously develop so that we are marketable when we go on to the next job. We also want to define the word empowerment, which is in orange here. So empowerment is the process of enabling or authorizing an individual to think, behave, and take action, and also control their work as well as their decision-making in autonomous ways, meaning in free ways they get to choose. So today also, top management will support personnel development, meaning they make sure that we have continued opportunity to learn and develop acquire new knowledge and skills, which we need to do continuously, and so that we can have employability, meaning we can be employable when we need to. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're all well. Take care, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.